Welcome everybody to your Equinox and Libra season flow class. Usually I do these live on Zoom, but for this one, I'm pre-recording it because I will be traveling on the day of the equinox. Now, usually these are only available to people who pay for the class or to members, but for this time only in 2022, I'm going to send this to the entire mailing list so that everybody has an equinox flow that they can do. If you listen to the first 10 or 15 minutes, you will get information. And then if you move past that, you will get the yoga flow part, which is meant to balance the energies so that you can receive the good things that are coming your way this season. And also so you can flow with the challenging energies in a way that is aligned and attuned. So here we go. The equinox begins Libra season. And Libra energy is really interesting in the Zodiac. It is the energy of the karmic balance. It's also the energy of partnership. What Libra energy seeks to do is to create beauty through the act of balancing out something around it or something within it. So when we're looking at the external world, all of us do Libra things all the time. We see what a circumstance is. We listen to what another person has to say. Perhaps we listen to our own needs, and then we respond to that in a way that is hopefully intelligent and well suited to the needs of the moment. Now, also internally, Libra energy acts upon us. Libra is related to the kidneys, the low back, so the lumbar spine, and the adrenal glands, which are those glands that sit right atop your kidneys. All of these things are also helping us to balance. Literally, our low backs help us find balance when we're standing. Our kidneys help balance our systems by filtering out things that are ready to be released through the urine, right? So they filter the blood. And our adrenal glands are our response glands, which allow us to respond in times of fight or flight, or to create that proper hormonal balance that allows us to respond. Now, when you are stressed out unnecessarily, the adrenal glands can overfire. So that's one of the things we want to be careful of in Libra season flow, is to not strain or stress the adrenal glands, but rather create a space for them to rest so that we move into optimum balance. Now, Libra has to do with the idea of karma. And there's a lot of pop cultural associations with karma, but I'd like to offer you a yogic perspective and an astrological perspective on what the nature of karma truly is. So the word karma simply means action, right? Actions you take, but then it also refers to the response to the action. So anytime someone does something, there is a reaction that happens, which is equal and opposite that. Now, this doesn't mean that you will get back exactly what you put out into the world, because karma has a ripple effect, meaning we're taking actions personally, everybody else is taking actions individually, and then collectively, reality comes out of the actions that are being taken in the entire system of reality, okay? So we can modify our karma by taking good actions now. Okay, so, and we know that on a rudimentary level, but it's just to know that applied to karma, right? So you know that if you do something and you make a mistake, that you can go and take action to remedy that mistake, right? You can try something else next time. You can talk to someone, perhaps apologize or explain yourself. You can tweak the way that you're approaching a project so that things pan out the way you'd like. So Libra energy is really our capacity to do that. And our capacity to do that requires right judgment, right? So the ability to see a situation and say, okay, I see the actions that I could take to create the results I'd like to see. Now, this doesn't mean that you'll be able to control every result. That, of course, is not the case, but it does make it more likely that you have things work out in your favor. So Libra season is really about weighting the scale of balance. And in the Tarot, we see that Libra energy is ruled by the Justice card. I have a couple examples here from 2 decks. There's the traditional Rider-Waite, where you see the woman who is justice with her sword of truth and her scales of balance, where she's taking right measure of the circumstance which is presented to her, right? So you can't affect the past at this point, but you can take a right measure of the past and start to see how you can use whatever exists to create what you most want to see. And in this deck, which I also love, the Gaian Tarot, we see that it's depicted as a man, and he is balancing a heart on one hand and a feather on the other, which is a reference to the Egyptian mythology of weighing the heart against a feather. So the heart against the mind, or the heart against the reality of what is, okay? Now, Libra is ruled by Venus, and the card of Venus in the tarot is the Empress. And here she's shown as a gardener. And what the Empress is an aspect of yourself on one level, right? Which is the ability to creatively imagine what you want to see happen, okay? This is when you use your imagination, not in service of worry or, trying to fix things from the past, but in the service of creatively seeing what you most want to occur. And Venus is the planet that guides this. And this is because Venus, of course, represents love, beauty, abundance, right? Bliss on some level. And most of us, when we think about what we really want, and we sort of peel back the layers of the things that we don't really want, but we think they would be satisfying temporarily, we actually find that most people want harmony, well-being, all of these things associated with Venus. And so using this card and this concept can help you envision what you really want to see. And she's usually shown as being pregnant, right? Both of these examples she is. And this is because she's pregnant with the thing you really want, right? The thing that you are desiring is incubating within her. This could be a literal human baby if you are trying to conceive, but this could also be whatever it is that your heart most desires right now in life. So she is the ruler of Venus. This particular Libra season and equinox, we are having a new moon right at the very beginning of it, which is opposing Jupiter retrograde in Aries. And so when Jupiter retrogrades, he turns his energy within. And so when he's retrograding in this opposite sign of Aries, the message is inner expansion through understanding action and reaction. Inner expansion through understanding self and others, right? Inner expansion, understanding present circumstance and possibility. And so this equinox, if you are going to set an intention, you can set this for your entire Libra season, so the month, or you can set it for the entire season until the solstice, the 3 months. And when you're setting your intention, consider really, what do you really desire in such a manner that you would be willing to take definite action toward receiving that something into your life, right? What do you want so much that it could wake you up a little earlier in the morning, or that it could encourage you to try something new or different, or it could encourage you to alter a pattern of behavior which hasn't produced results in the past, which now you hope to create a new pattern to create a new and different result. Okay. So right now, right before we practice, take a moment, really consider, what is it that you are seeking? What is it that you truly desire? And consider one action you might take to invite that in. That's what Libra energy always invites us to do. Can you say a kind word? Can you change your internal monologue to a yes, I can, right? Can you do something, make a phone call, walk down the street, have a meeting, book something, what can you do to start to create this desired result? And if you guys are interested in the way that astrology can help you manifest what you really want and can help you truly align with the cosmic energy so that you're not fighting against reality, you're not fighting against whatever's happening, you're just simply abiding as you, and things start to flow more naturally and easily into your desired state of being and the things you really want, right? Harmony, health, well-being, those tangible things as well, work-life balance, career, relationships, all sorts of relationships, right? Spiritual practice, purpose, all of these things can be seen in the astrology chart. So if you are one of those people who is ready to go a little deeper, I do invite you to check out my Astrology Academy course. It's an awesome deep dive for 6 weeks into how to read your own chart. And there are a lot of bonuses involved and a lot of fun things, but at the end of these 6 weeks, you'll have all the information you need to start reading your chart and to really understand when transits are happening, how they're actually affecting you and how you can take aligned, purposeful action to be involved with that. So I invite you to check that out. But for now, let's begin our Libra season equinox flow. So come to the top of your mat. Toes point forward. Hands together in front of your heart. And become conscious of your spine. You might notice there's a slight pulsation, a spunda, we say in yoga, that quality in the spine. As the cerebral spinal fluid pumps gently up and down the spine. Already you are in balance. Now notice your breath as you breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. This is a space to set your intention for your flow. Something you want to have, you want to be, you want to do this season. Call it to mind. Once you have it, bow your head to your own heart center, seal it in. Then lift your head, open your eyes, take a deep breath in, sweep your arms wide and up. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms wide and up. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms wide and up. This time, chair pose. Send your hips back and down and place your hands on your knees. We're going to do chair pose cat-cow. As you inhale, pull your heart forward, release your tailbone back, lift your chin. As you exhale, curl your spine, scoop in your core, open your back heart. Inhale, hold the chest through. Exhale, curl the spine back. Inhale, pull through. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, pull through. Exhale, pull back. And inhale to your regular chair pose, reaching your arms up. Couple times, shift the hips up and down. And then as you're ready, lengthen the legs, bow forward. Couple times, shift through the hips. Just taking gentle motion that feels good. Now neutral hips, take an inhale, lift your spine halfway. Exhale, bow forward, step yourself back, tabletop pose. As you inhale, lift your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, hand reaches under other arm. Breathe in here. Breathe out here. Breathe in here. Breathe out here. Inhale to unwind, right arm to the sky. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, left arm lifts to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Breathe in here. Breathe out here. Breathe in here. Breathe out here. Inhale to unwind, left arm to the sky. Exhale, both hands down. Now tuck your toes under and lift your knees just an inch or two off the mat. We're going to practice dynamic balancing. So as you inhale, right leg back, hip height. Exhale, toes touch down. Inhale, left leg back, hip height. Exhale, toes touch down. Keep going. Moving on your breath. And if you want an added challenge, add the opposite arm. So we're talking right leg, left arm, there might be wobbling, that's fine. And left leg, right arm. 2 more times, each side. And the next time your left toes touch down, lift your hips up to downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. And try to lengthen your spine. So everybody, bend your knees a lot. Okay? Try to broaden your bottom and your low back and point your tailbone toward the sky. Bend your knees enough that the belly rests on the thighs and just pulse down a few times. And then lift your hips, regular down dog, keep your long spine. As you inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Stack your hips, bend your knee, circle through your ankle. Both ways. Now draw a circle with your knee, get into your hip. Also both ways. Inhale, leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, knee to right armpit. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee, left armpit. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, lunge through. High lunge, inhale to rise. So now take a deep breath in, open your heart, look up. As you exhale, curl the spine, forehead toward knee. Inhale, rise up. Slight heart opening at the top. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, rise up. This time, pause. Bend your front knee a little more deeply. As you exhale, bend and hover the back knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend all the way down. Shift your hips back. Flex your front foot, Ardha Hanumanasana. So we're going to pay attention to the low back here. Broaden your hips and try to tilt your pelvis so your tailbone moves behind you and your heart reaches forward. You might even feel like you're drawing your foot back toward your pelvis. Awesome. Find the twist. Left hand stays down, right hand to the hip or the sky. Inhale to unwind. Step your front foot back. Find your plank pose. Deep breath in right here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra pose. Draw your shoulders down the back, scoop your heart through. Relax your jaw. Send it back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, left leg lifts to the sky. Stack your hips, bend your knee, circle your ankle. Both ways. Now draw a circle with your knee. Also both ways. Inhale, leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, knee, left armpit. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee, right armpit. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, lunge through. High lunge. Inhale to rise. So again, as you inhale, open the heart, look up. Exhale, curl the spine in, forehead to knee. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, rise up. This time, get a little lower in your front knee. And as you exhale, bend and hover the back knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, frame the front foot. Shift yourself back. Ardha Hanumanasana. Spread your toes. Broaden your hips. As much as possible, finding that pelvic tilt. Now twist, left hand to the hip or the sky. Unwind when you're ready. Step it back, plank. Keep in mind, everything in these things are totally optional. You can take plank with your knees up, knees down. You can skip these sequences. Do what's right for your body. As you exhale, bend your elbows. And inhale, cobra or up dog. If you're ready to do that, simply lift your thighs. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Now return to that bent knee down dog where you're pulsing down, down, down. You can use this to spring yourself forward. You can either step or jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, rise up, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, chair pose. This time, hands together in front of your heart. We're going to engage this whole area, the hips, the low back, the quads. We're just going to, from our chair, Move down as far as you can go with your heels on the ground. Okay, that'll be different for different people. That's just bones and stuff. Then come back up, chair. And down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up. And now bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, bow forward, step back. You can vinyasa on your breath, plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. As you inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to right armpit. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left armpit. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, lunge your foot through to warrior two. Take a deep breath in, reverse your warrior. As you exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Hold now. Press into your feet. Try to get longer in your torso, lay back in space. Top hand to hip now. Look forward and down. Find half moon pose. Now you can stay with your fingers down, or you can lift your arms wide and float your fingertips. Now, from half moon pose, we're going to find twisted half moon pose. To do this, you're going to turn your toes a little more downward. Your hips will be a bit more square toward the earth. Doesn't have to be exact. And then your right hand will reach up to your hips. And you'll turn your chest open to the other side. And you'll just want to press out strongly through both feet. Awesome. Unwind now. Take it back. Warrior two. Lengthen your front knee. Triangle pose. Reach in. Feeling yourself creating more length for yourself in this low to mid back area. Awesome. Turn toward the long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet. And find your standing wide-legged forward fold. Now rise up slightly, walk your hands to the top of your mat, step back, find plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. As you inhale here, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee, left armpit. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee, right armpit. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, lunge through. Warrior two, inhale to rise. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle, this time hold. Getting really long, hips to armpits. And then finding half moon, top hand to hip. Look forward and down, step it. Again, you can stay with your hand down or begin to float the fingertips. Shine out through both legs. Feel your heart shining out through your arms. And then find your twisted half moon. So again, the hips move more square toward the earth. And then you begin to open your chest to the left. Just breathe. Press out through your feet. And when you're ready, unwind, step it back. Warrior two. Lengthen your front knee, triangle pose. Can you breathe a little deeper? Can you soften things that don't need to be actively working? Now, when you're ready, turn toward the long edge of your mat, parallel your feet, bow forward. This time, clasp your hands behind your back or clasp your elbows. Squeeze your shoulder blades on the back and take them overhead. Breathe. What is the balance in this posture? Is it the breath, the feet, the body? And then when you're ready, release your hands. Hands walk to the top of your mat, step back, plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Roll onto your toes, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, rise up, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. So pausing right here and just lifting and spreading the toes. Feeling the feet actively engage, feeling the quads actively engage, even the calves and in front of the shin. Everything's pressing, engaging. Lift your crown up a little higher. Good. We're going to remember this stance because soon we'll move into balancing postures, and this is the first thing. Just for fun, try reaching the arms alongside the ears, lift the heels, press the toes down. Keep pressing up. See that the rib cage is lifting evenly on each side, so no strain on the adrenals. But take this to tippy toe chair. You can bring your hands in front of your heart. And then lower your heels, bow forward. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, step yourself back. Find your vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. As you inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to right armpit. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee, left armpit. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, lunge through. Low lunge this time. Rising up. And the first things first, we're just going to practice going from a low lunge to standing. So a couple times. Step into your front foot, lift your knee. Take it back, low lunge. Good. Again, step up and then low lunge. One more time, step up. This time we'll stay. Stay right here. You can grab your knee or you can grab your toes. you grab your toes, you can keep your knee bent or make it long, other arm to the sky. Now take your leg and your arm out to the side. And now come back to center. Switch your grip, the hand to the outer foot or the outer knee. This time, left hand will reach back as you twist. Come back to center. Stay on one foot. Going to bend the knee and reach back for the inner foot. Once you have that, right hand in Abhaya Mudra, the one that means no fear, reach up. Nata Rajasana, the dancing lord of yoga pose. Press down in your foot, reach up in your hand, kick back in your foot. Then once you've gone back as far as it can go, go up. Keep kicking back and up, shine your armpit. And then come back, grab your knee. So we're still on one foot. Now we're going to find tree pose. For tree pose, you can put your foot into your inner thigh or your inner calf, anywhere except the knee. And then push your leg and your foot together. Hands in front of the heart. Try reaching your arms up. Try taking a bowing tree, bowing forward, perhaps touching the earth. Try rising up. You can try the side bend here, taking the arms wide. Left ankle to left, left wrist to left knee. Slide down any amount. Come back up to center. And take it back, low lunge. Good. We'll find lizard pose. Hands to the inside of the front foot. Heel toe the foot to the side. Couple breaths here. You can be on your hands or on your forearms. You can stay or reach back for the back foot with the right hand. Breathe. When you're ready, unwind and step yourself back to your vinyasa. Next time you inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. As you exhale, knee to left armpit. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to right armpit. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, lunge through. Low lunge. Inhale to rise. So again, we'll just try stepping up to standing a couple times. So stand up, pick your knee up. And step back, low lunge. Stand up, pick your knee up. Step back, low lunge. This time we'll stand to stay, rising up, finding your knee, finding your balance. And again, you can hold the knee or the toe. And if you grab the toe, you can keep it bent or make it long. Other arm to the sky. Standing on one foot, balance. One of the many forms, right? Take it wide. And come back to center. Switch your grip, left hand to the outer foot or knee. Twist. Awesome, come back to center, keep your foot lifted. take your foot behind you, grab the inner blade of the foot, left hand in Abhaya Mudra, getting really long from standing leg all the way up through the left fingertips. And then again, right leg kicks back as far as it can go, and then up. Back and up, back and up. Breathe. Awesome. Come out of that, find your tree pose. Foot to the inner thigh or inner calf. Hands in front of the heart. Arms lift up. And here are some options to bow. Perhaps touching the hands to the earth. Rise up. Perhaps taking your side bending tree, right wrist to right knee, slide down any amount. Awesome. Come back up through center and take it back, low lunge and into lizard pose. So hands to the inner side of the foot. Same options as before, forearms. We're grabbing the back foot with the left hand. Awesome. Unwind and step back to your vinyasa. Downward facing dog, drop your knees. We're going to sit on our heels, sometimes called toe smashing pose. So the toes are tucked under. For some bodies, this will create some sensation. So as much as possible, breathe into it. Letting the feet stretch back out after the effort they just put in. Awesome, release that now. Tap the toes out, tops of the feet. And we'll find puppy pose, walking the fingertips forward, any amount descending the chest. You might find the forehead meets the mat or the chest and chin. If chest and chin are totally on the mat and you want, you can lift your knees. Breathe into the front space of the heart. Now when you're ready, walk it back in. We'll find rabbit pose, hands to the heels, head toward the earth in front of the knees, curl into the spine, lift the hips. Breathe into the back space of the heart. And then rise up. Awesome. So we've done some balancing on our feet. We've done some balancing on our hands. If you consider that down dog is balancing on your hands, vinyasing is balancing on your hands. Now we're going to balance on our bottoms. So sit down, lift your heart up, grab behind your knees. And just pause here, this is great. And then try lifting the legs long, spreading the toes and reaching the arms forward. Now grab your toes, take your legs wide, lift your heart. Awesome. Come back to center, arms reach forward. Take your legs wide, together. Reach your arms forward. This time, drop your right leg, switch with the left. Switch, 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 switch. And now grab your toes, take your legs wide. Together, wide, together. Now release the grip you have on your toes, take it wide. Together, wide, together. Grab your toes again, take it wide, look up. And just feel the weightiness of the feet as they open some of the channels from the heart through the arms. And then as you're done, release that. Butterfly bound angle pose. Flap your butterfly wings. Now, any amount, lift your heart and begin to tilt forward. You can use your hands to help you. Breathing and perhaps shifting side to side. Now take one more inhale to lengthen your spine. This time bow all the way in. And rise. Pull your knees back to center. Take your feet in front of you. Deep breath in, arms reach up. Exhale, bow in. We're going to hold here longer than usual, so take several deep breaths. Can you soften your brow and your jaw while you're here? Your shoulders, the back ridge line of the hips. And then as you're ready, rise up. I'm going to lie down on your back. And make it so the back of the head is pressing down, the shoulders are pressing down, and already begin to lift the vertebrae of the neck and upper back. Okay, here we'll take bridge pose. And you're just simply going to lift in, curling your spine up. Perhaps the shoulders roll under. Allow gravity to soften your face. Awesome. Release down. Pause in a neutral spine. And then take the knees side to side. Side to side. Going to do that again. This time we're going to move in for 10 breaths. You can repeat bridge pose, or if you have full wheel in your practice, you can move into that. So if you're moving into bridge, lift your hips. If you're moving into full wheel, press your hands down. And then take several breaths, count to 10. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Continue. Halfway. Two more breaths. Last one. And on the exhale, release down. Pause with a neutral spine. And then send your knees side to side. Good. Now, legs to the sky. This is one option. You can stay right here. This is great for lymphatic drainage. If you want to improve upon lymphatic drainage, take your fingertips to the terminus, which is right here where the neck meets the collarbones, the inner edges, and just pump a few times. That's where the lymph all drains to in the body, purifying into the blood to be purified through the kidneys. But if you want, you can also lift to shoulder stand. If you do that, make sure your spine is lifted, so the weight's in the shoulders. Move yourself perpendicular to the floor, pause and breathe. So everybody's getting some lymphatic drainage here. If you're in shoulder stand or either pose, you can do things like ride a bicycle in the sky, put your feet together, or take a lotus. And then if you're in shoulder stand only, you might choose to go into plow. When you're ready, everybody unwind. We'll find fish pose. Your legs can be crossed or long. Crown of the head toward the mat behind you, throat open, heart lifted, breathe. Release and relax your jaw. Now release that, sit all the way up. And we've done some active flow. And now it's the time to start to bring our awareness a bit more internal. So we've moved from the physical sheath of the body into some of the more lymphatic and energetic sheaths of the body. Now we're going to move into the balance of the breath. So we'll do Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breath, which cleanses the two balancing channels of the body. So right hand in front of the face. I'll talk you through a few rounds and then we'll continue together. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale completely. We begin. Ring finger closes left nostril, inhale through right. Thumb closes right, exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Keep going. We'll do this longer than we would in a public class. You can do it if you keep your focus. Don't worry if you're doing it right. Just allow yourself to breathe and be. Wherever you are, finish your round and do one more complete round on each side, finishing with an exhale of the right nostril. Good work. When you're done, be done. Shake it out. Take one more final balancing posture. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your low belly. And just invite your form to expand and soften. Become aware once more of your spine. See if you can notice the slight pulsation. Allowing yourself to soften around that pulsation. So that ever so slightly, it's moving you. Creating that rippling action and reaction. Can you relax and expand your belly a little more? Can you soften your jaw, your brow, the top of your head, back of your neck and shoulders, the back of the heart, the upper ridge line of the pelvis, the hips, the legs, the feet. Now, as you're ready, lie down on your back. We'll pause in Shavasana. Letting yourself lie in stillness. Inviting the form to melt into the ground. We'll stay here for a few moments. to take longer Shavasana, pause the video. When you're ready to come out, wiggle your fingers and toes, your wrists and your ankles. And take larger movement, anything that feels good. Eventually roll to your side. And press to a seat. Hands together in Anjali Mudra. Making this gesture in deep recognition, love, honoring, and gratitude to that space inside of you that's already always there for you. All wise, all knowing, always there to help you whenever you need it, and totally self-luminous. So from that place in me to that place in you, thank you for sharing your practice. I hope this equinox brings you many blessings and this Libra season as well. Namaste.